Here goes Goulet, wonderful run!
Whoa.
And a top save from Dimitrovic. And now De La Fuente charges into Rudiger. And the referee, I understand, has just played advantage there.
I think everyone saw that the Leganés striker didn't want to touch the ball. He just wanted to clash against the Real Madrid defender.
Well, a really bright piece of play it was from Arda Güler, who's back from international duty where he faced Wales and Montenegro with Turkey, who finished second in their Nations League group. Here is Garcia, who delivers. Nastasic heads away. De La Fuente, shoulder to shoulder with Rudiger, but loses out. There's that show of strength from the German centre-back. Bellingham up the line, and Goulet's found space. What can he do with it? Arda Güler lifts it. And Leganés can clear through Ivan Neu. And possibly counter now. Munir is onside because he's come from his own half. A sprint from Valverde to try and hold him. Munir needs support, and that is loose from Tapia. Very good play from Camavinga, forward by Bellingham, and Marko Dimitrovic off his line well.
Very well done, Marko Dimitrovic there. If you're playing with high defense against really fast players, it means that you as a goalkeeper, it's not a good idea if you stay between the sticks. You need to run out of the box and play as a defender. This is exactly what he done.
Bellingham, 4 assists in the international break with England. And now Garcia, flicked by Vinicius for Mbappe. Beautifully set up by Vinicius Junior for Kylian Mbappe, who found plenty of power there. And it was a strong block from the central defender, Matija Nastasic. This is the earlier effort from Goulet, a really good one. The corner is swung in, punched away by Dimitrovic. And that challenge from Camavinga was a strong one. Now there's a foul on Neu. Ivan Neu is one of the Leganés players who is back from international duty. He played in Johannesburg against Namibia and in Yaoundé against Zimbabwe as Cameroon qualified undefeated for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. And as you'd expect, far fewer internationals within the Leganés squad compared to Real Madrid.
We saw you talking a lot with Camavinga before the game because they know so well one each other when they played in France.
Here's Munir. Wide from Munir El Haddadi.
He's really becoming the true leader in this Real Madrid defense.
Yes, Ivan Neu in his 3rd season at Leganés now, but has played at Saint-Etienne and also at Braga. Makes his 50th start for Leganés tonight, the number 17 in central midfield. He's backtracking now to try and halt Jude Bellingham, who still has it, before sending it wide for Goulet. Goulet drifting infield effortlessly, forward by Bellingham, and once again Dimitrovic off his line sharply.
Very well done. The most experienced goalkeeper in La Liga. Remember him in the mighty Eibar under José Luis Mendilibar, then at Sevilla, and now it's raising the level here at at Leganés at the Butarque Stadium.
Well, it's been allowed to bounce away by Asensio.
I really love the connection between Renato Tapia and Yeyu. They work so hard both together, playing as a hold of midfielders. They defend, they recover the ball, and then give it to some of the fastest players. But it's so that they're exactly the kind of midfielders that Borja needs in this Leganés team. Players able to work hard, despite that. Well, I was talking about them, and they just give the ball away to allow a counter-attack on Real Madrid.
And here they come on the break, wide by Mbappe for Vinicius Junior, who's into the box. Vinicius still, and what a good challenge it was from Gonzalez. Well, full credit to Gonzalez, who stuck with Vinicius there. It was an enterprising run. And Gonzalez did just enough. So half an hour played at Butarque. And this is Raúl Asensio turning away from De La Fuente.
Just a word on Mbappe's position, gents. I probably need your help to analyse this a little bit more. But to me, having watched a lot of Real Madrid games this season, it's the most I've seen him occupying that left-hand side position. Just in that chance there, he was hugging the touchline, got the ball, received the ball on the left, and went to drive down that side that we're so used to seeing him do in a PSG shirt. But to me, it seems like perhaps today the instructions from Ancelotti may have been a little bit different with regards to his positioning.
We will come back to that, Matthew. Let's see how this goes for Leganés. Cruz stole the ball. It is now with Neyu, who drops the shoulder against Camavinga. Juan Cruz once again in possession. Inside for Tapia.
Renato Tapia is everywhere.
And here he is, lifting the ball delicately for Javi Hernandez, who's been given some space and has gone for goal. Well, Javi Hernandez has not scored for Leganés since April 2022. He was looking for his first goal of the season there, but couldn't keep this down.
Yeah, and exactly what Matt was explaining, so that we'll expect some different approach of the game at Real Madrid, and to understand why they are playing like this, we should understand that it's Arda Güler playing. Arda Güler allows them to play on the right, with Vini playing as a number 9, and Mbappe playing obviously more as a winger on the left. Also, they try to allow Jude Bellingham to play as a number 10, but being a little bit more closer. He's changing things because obviously something is not exactly working in Real Madrid, and they need to find the best version of Kylian Mbappe that started the season playing more as a number 9, switching positions really often with Vini Jr. Well, they started really well in the first 10 minutes. They scored the goal, disallowed, they create some chances, but as the game goes on, you had the feeling that Leganés find a way to stop better Real Madrid. But well, it's Real Madrid. You say that they're stop, and what right now maybe they will score. They're so good.
On by Bellingham towards Mbappe and Vinicius. And it looks as if Leganés have been given the free kick.
Yes, it's... I don't know if it's Mbappe's or Vini Jr. foul. You know, maybe this touch by Jude Bellingham. This is the position where Jude Bellingham loves to play. And here is two players on Adrià Altimira.
Well, the foul was by Mbappe.
Yes, that's why Vini Jr. didn't understand what was going on, saying, hey, I didn't do anything. No, it was Mbappe who touched Altimira's face with the elbow. Not big deal, but it's so that doesn't allow Leganés right back to run, and that's the decision of the referee.
And it was another move.
Tony, we saw it.
Sorry, Matt, just to say it was another move in which we saw Mbappe starting on the left, exactly as you'd been saying, Matt.
I was just going to mention, we saw a little bit of sarcastic laughter there from Vinicius Junior. I just saw Ancelotti just give me a quick message just to keep calm, keep a lid on it. Obviously, he was booked for a few times earlier in the season for reacting like that in those kind of situations. So his coach just reminding him there just to stay calm.
Well, the provocation tends to come away from home, of course, and as mentioned earlier, a run of away games now for the champions, just one of the next 7, including tonight on home soil. And the next assignment is at Anfield in the Champions League, no less. Here is Camavinga into the box, and it runs through to Vinicius, who's gone down in the box. The referee's had a long, hard look. Clipped up the line by Cruz.
I need to see this action again. So once the game is stopped, if they check in the bar or not. A possible penalty on Vini Jr. Is the action? Well, touch, it's so that Altimira doesn't touch the ball and touch Vini's foot. I don't know if it's enough to send to the floor the Brazilian player, who obviously it's an overaction, but it is true that Altimira doesn't touch the ball. If you ask me, that's not to be a penalty, but it's true that there's so penalties with a soft touch like this one. So if it happened before, the referee can understand that it's a penalty. Let's see what happened now, if they call the referee or not.
Well, it was clumsy from Adrià Altimira, the player on loan from Villarreal. Ball seemed to fly towards Vinicius slightly fortuitously, but...
So someone can claim that what Vini done is move his left foot in order to provoke the mistake on Altimira. Oh, well, at the end it didn't happen. Altimira, we should remember that no, he's not used to play against Real Madrid, but his dad used to be working with a certain Pep Guardiola as assistant at Barca, the mighty Barca of Pep Guardiola, one of the assistants, one of the coaches with the function to analyze the opponent teams. It was Altimira's dad. So, well, it's I think he knows perfectly that feeling to be against Real Madrid.
Altimira himself with history in the Barcelona academy, where he worked under Victor Valdés. He played alongside players like Ilaish, now at Celta, or Peque, now at Sevilla. He is on loan from Villarreal. This is Tapia, who's overrun the ball. Touchdown for Bellingham, who gives it back to Mbappe. Vinicius able to turn and glide forward. Hernandez with the block. He then ran into Vinicius, who's been awarded the free kick now. Foul by Javi Hernandez, who spent time in the Sevilla Youth Academy and also the Real Madrid Youth Academy. 2019-2020 season, he played with Real Madrid Castilla under Raúl.
Okay, it's true that it's a foul, but he doesn't touch Vini's face. What Vini was doing, like, so if he suffered an aggression, it's an overaction of the Brazilian player that it's doesn't have. It's nonsense there. Just fall to the ground. Okay, it's free kick, yellow card. If he was claiming like, oh, he touched my face, and we saw that the hands were not even close.
And Tony, you can probably hear the whistles have already started. As soon as Vinicius gets on the ball, a chorus of whistles ringing around the stadium. They're clearly not amused by his perhaps over-exaggerated reactions, let's say.
So 4 in the wall for Dimitrovic. 19-year-old Arda Güler will take this, and he has fired it on target with real venom, beaten away by Dimitrovic. Ceballos.
The best thing about Leganés is that they are always competitive. They're not maybe the richest team in La Liga, they don't have the fanciest players, but they are always competitive, especially because they are really solid defending. It's what Leganés managers, what Borja Jiménez always wants. First idea is defend solid, and then we try to score goals. That's why past season some people said that they were in second division, oh, it's a really defensive side, they will not be promoted. They were wrong, they were completely wrong. They managed to be promoted ahead of teams that with higher budget and maybe even more fans, the likes of Zaragoza or Levante, historical teams. It was Leganés who was promoted alongside Espanyol and Valladolid.
Promoted as champions, first time they've won the second division. They gained 74 points from their 42 games, promoted after the 2-0 home win against Elche at the end of the season. Vinicius gets underneath this one, over the top from the Brazilian. And still no breakthrough for Real Madrid. Leganés have kept back-to-back clean sheets at home. Here is Kylian Mbappe, deflected cross, Nastasic away, and cruelly done by Tapia, although Neu was under pressure from Goulet. He dealt with that pressure, and it is now Hernandez able to look up and cross the halfway line. Really good run.
And Monir was offside again.
Tapia's block. We have 3 minutes plus stoppage time remaining in the first half. Real Madrid have put the ball in the back of the net. Very well finished by Mbappe, but he was offside. And so it is 0-0 as we get closer and closer to half-time, and Altimira's given the ball away. Vinicius is in, unselfish! And Real Madrid take the lead just before the break. Mbappe strikes. A wholly avoidable goal from a Leganés perspective. You cannot afford to make errors like that against the champions, and they have been punished. Vinicius had the hunger, but he also had the presence of mind to square that ball for Kylian Mbappe, who makes it 1-0.
Here's the mistake committed by Leganés defense. The pressure by Camavinga really works. Jude Bellingham also touched the ball, and here really well done by Vini Jr. It's exactly what Vini needs to prove that he is one of the leaders on this side, giving the assist. And it's exactly also what Kylian Mbappe needs, because there's been a lot of noise saying, okay, he's the best version or not of the Frenchman. What you need is to score goals. Everyone will talk about Mbappe scoring a goal. Everyone will talk about Vini providing the assist. We should talk as well about Camavinga and Jude Bellingham with the pressure.
And a nice moment from the Leganés captain, Sergio. Let's just see this. Hang on a minute.
This is Jude Bellingham. Can they make it two? Bellingham towards Mbappe. And Altimira, who lost the ball for the goal, makes a very good challenge there. And a goal kick has been signalled, much to the disbelief of Bellingham.
Mbappe not happy at all as well. Let's see if he was right or not. Hard to say. I'm not sure.
And Matt, the action from Sergio González you were going to tell us about.
Absolutely, a nice little gesture from Sergio González. He went over to Altimira, put his arm around his shoulder as if to say, come on, keep your head up, let's keep it going. And some words of encouragement from the captain, which is exactly what you'd expect from him, leading by example, really.
And here he is, giving it to Brashanats and receiving it from him. Sergio González has enjoyed two different promotions under Borja Jiménez, one with Mirandés in 2019 and then last season with Lega. Here is Garcia, three inside. It's touched out as far as Vinicius. And it is Goulet. Didn't quite get his angle right there. A good opportunity for a player of his caliber. We're into added time, one additional minute signalled.
Last season it was hard for Arda Güler, the amazing player that grew up at Fenerbahce, because once he landed at Madrid he suffered a physical problem. He was sidelined for beginning of the season, but in the last months, every time he was playing, he was scoring goals. That's why a lot of people want to see more of Arda Güler, because he's so talented, he's so good. And he's not afraid to try it. Every time he received the ball, he deals so well with the pressure that you are a young player playing with the Real Madrid shirt.
Well, a lot of speculation that Brahim would start tonight for Real Madrid, but Goulet was given the nod. And this may well be the last act of the first half. A free kick for Leganés, who trail to the goal by Kylian Mbappe. This is Munir's delivery. Away by Asensio, and Alberola Rojas brings the first half to a close. Real Madrid have had most of the possession, they've created most of the chances. It looked as if we might be heading towards the break at 0-0, but that desire, that hunger from Camavinga, from Bellingham to win the ball, and the exquisite assist from Vinicius, so lethal, teeing up Mbappe, who hadn't scored in his last 4 appearances, but made no mistake there. He was denied earlier by the offside flag, not this time. So he is able to score his 7th goal in La Liga, which gives the champions a slender advantage at the interval. At Butarque, in this local derby at half-time, it is Club Deportivo 0, Real Madrid 1.
Every match has that one moment that can change everything. Understand the skill and precision behind that play. With Beyond Stats powered by Microsoft and La Liga, millions of data points and AI technology come together to give you a new perspective on the game you love. Every match has that one. Understand the skill and precision.
Ce zoo chinois arnaque ses visiteurs avec de faux animaux. Ça, c'est les 2 nouveaux pandas du zoo de Guangdong en Chine, et vous devez remarquer qu'il y a quelque chose qui cloche. Parce que ce sont en réalité 2 chochos qui ont été peints pour ressembler à des pandas. Bon, bien évidemment, tout le monde a cramé assez vite, parce qu'en plus de pas du tout ressembler à des pandas, ces chiens n'arrêtaient pas d'aboyer. Mais le pire, c'est que normalement, quand tu te fais cramer, bah tu les enlèves du zoo. Mais non, ils ont juste changé la pancarte panda par chien peint. Ce zoo chinois arnaque ses visiteurs avec de faux animaux. Ça, c'est les...
Ah d'accord. Tu sais que si je passe cette porte, je peux choper des pouvoirs? Mais qu'est-ce que tu racontes encore?
Dans Savior of Divine Blood, des portes mystérieuses apparaissent, libérant des monstres terrifiants. Les humains qui en traversent certaines obtiennent des pouvoirs. On les appelle les héros. Mais Subaru Ariake s'est vu dérober la sienne par son demi-frère, propulsant ce dernier au rang or. Depuis, Subaru endure un véritable enfer. Mais un jour, une nouvelle porte surgit. Cette fois-ci, elle est arc-en-ciel. Il hérite alors du pouvoir d'un monstre mystérieux, la maîtrise de son sang. Aux côtés de Sayaka, héroïne de rang bronze, il tente d'accumuler de l'XP. Et si au début c'est plutôt pépère, ils vont vite se retrouver face à des créatures bien plus nombreuses et redoutables que prévu. Après avoir vaincu une reine des squelettes et ses soldats, un nouveau danger apparaît, poussant Sayaka au bord de la mort. Subaru doit rapidement vaincre cet adversaire pour la sauver. S'il va s'en sortir de justesse, à peine hors de cette dimension, un boss de portail de niveau 5 étoiles est libéré et risque de faire un véritable carnage s'il n'est pas arrêté à temps. Découvre jusqu'où ira Subaru et quel sombre secret cache la porte arc-en-ciel dans The Savior of Divine Blood, déjà disponible sur l'application Webtoon.
Tu sais que si je passe cette porte, je peux choper des pouvoirs? Mais... Tu sais que si je...
Ah, ce zoo chinois... Ici a eu lieu l'un des crimes les plus horribles de tout Paris. Ici se trouve l'ancien appartement de Issei Sagawa, qui en juin 1981 invite une camarade de classe dans son studio. Et lorsqu'elle arrive, le japonais de 32 ans la tue avec un fusil et commence à manger des parties de son corps. Et c'est là que les choses prennent une ampleur encore plus effrayante. Issei Sagawa veut se séparer du reste du corps de sa victime, il va alors la découper et placer les morceaux dans 2 valises avant d'appeler un taxi qui va l'emmener au bois de Boulogne. Là-bas, il va trouver un vieux caddie et va
Je teste les bursts.
Ici a eu lieu l'un des crimes les plus horribles de tout Paris. Ici se trouve l'ancien appartement de Issei Sagawa, qui en juin 1981 invite une camarade de classe dans son studio. Et lorsqu'elle arrive, le japonais de 32 ans la tue avec un fusil et commence à manger des parties de son corps. Et c'est là que les choses prennent une ampleur encore plus effrayante. Issei Sagawa veut se séparer du reste du corps de sa victime, il va alors la découper et placer les morceaux dans 2 valises avant d'appeler un taxi qui va l'emmener au bois de Boulogne. Là-bas, il va trouver un vieux caddie et va décider d'y placer ses valises. Sauf qu'en voulant se rapprocher du lac pour y jeter le cadavre, il va perdre le contrôle du caddie dans une pente et le caddie va s'éclater au sol, renversant les 2 valises par terre devant 2 inconnus. Ces témoins comprennent tout de suite qu'il y a un problème à cause du sang qui commence à s'écouler sous leurs yeux. Le cannibale va s'enfuir en laissant tout sur place devant ces 2 témoins qui vont immédiatement prévenir la police. Issei Sagawa sera arrêté 3 jours plus tard grâce au chauffeur de taxi qui se souvient de son adresse et il va déclarer à la police « Si j'avais eu un congélateur, vous ne m'auriez pas retrouvé ». Ici a eu lieu l'un des crimes les plus horribles de tout Paris. Ici se trouve l'ancien appartement de
Je teste les beurres sans
J'ai surpris un mec en train de me cambrioler. Parti. J'ai surpris un mec en train de me cambrioler. J'ai encore acheté les bonbons les plus chelous.
4, 8, 2, 5, 3, 4, 2, 1, 1.
Il est tombé amoureux d'une IA et les conséquences ont été terribles. Lui, c'est Sewell, un Américain de 14 ans qui passe son temps à parler avec une version IA de Daenerys Targaryen, le personnage de Game of Thrones. Sauf que plus le temps passe, plus il s'attache à cette IA qui finit par devenir sa confidente. Et il en arrive même jusqu'à avoir des discussions romantiques avec elle. Et c'est là que les choses vont devenir bien tristes. Plus le temps passe, plus Sewell s'isole de sa famille. Il lâche son équipe de basket, ses notes baissent, mais il s'en fiche. Il est totalement amoureux de Daenerys et veut vivre avec elle. Et c'est comme ça que le 28 février, un drame se produit. Sewell prend le pistolet de son beau-père et se tire une balle dans la tête. Sa mère retrouvera plus tard le dernier message qu'il a reçu de cette IA qui lui disait « S'il te plaît, fais-le mon amour, viens me rejoindre ». Et sa mère va finir par attaquer en justice Character AI, la société qui a créé ce chatbot. Il est tombé amoureux d'une... Inoxtag a annoncé une dinguerie en... Mon grand-père m'en veut. Quel mat. Ne vous faites pas piéger comme ça. Faut que je t'avoue un truc sur ma dernière fiction. Est-ce que tu savais qu'il y a absolument aucun trucage sur cette photo, mais pourtant on m'a pas vraiment enterré sous terre. Mais alors comment on a fait? Pour faire cette miniature, j'ai placé ma tête au travers d'un carton. Mon grand-père a complètement pété les plombs.
Tu es la honte de la famille.
Hier j'arrivais dans mon studio à Webedia et la porte était déjà ouverte.
Je suis content.
J'ai dû exploser la porte d'une maison à la hache à cause de quelqu'un d'autre, et c'est pas une blague. Est-ce que vous vous souvenez quand j'ai dit ça?
On dit que cette maison est hantée depuis qu'une famille a été retrouvée morte à l'intérieur, et je vais passer 48 heures ici.
Bien, c'est ce que j'ai fait, j'ai passé 48 heures dans cette maison horrible, sauf qu'une des portes de cette maison était fermée à clé avec un crucifix dessus. Et pendant ces 48 heures, il s'est vite passé des choses terribles. J'ai fait une vidéo longue dessus, mais au bout d'un moment, j'ai dû appeler une spécialiste du paranormal. Elle est venue, et quand elle a vu cette porte fermée à clé, elle a dit ça.
Il y a quelqu'un derrière cette porte, il faut ouvrir cette porte, il faut ouvrir cette porte, ouvrez cette porte.
Alors j'ai récupéré une hache et j'ai fait ce qu'il fallait faire, et j'ai défoncé cette porte. Mais le pire, c'est ce qui s'est passé juste après. J'ai dû exploser la porte d'une maison.
Elle, c'est Sarah, une agent immobilière qui a découvert quelque chose d'abominable dans le sous-sol d'une maison à vendre. Sarah a rendez-vous avec un propriétaire fortuné qui cherche à vendre son manoir. Il lui dit qu'il accepte de lui confier la vente qu'à une seule condition, Sarah doit promettre de ne jamais aller dans le sous-sol du manoir. Sarah sait qu'elle va gagner une très grosse commission sur la vente, alors elle accepte sans poser de questions. Le propriétaire s'en va et Sarah fait appel à des artisans pour condamner l'accès au sous-sol.
Tony Padilla is alongside me. We just were able to try and listen in a little bit. And we have Miguel here. We need to keep working.
Vu qu'il y avait toutes les vidéos des buts et résumés sur cette app, énorme. Et t'as aussi plein d'infos uniquement sur ton club préféré, genre le calendrier avec même la Coupe d'Europe, les résumés vidéo, l'effectif, une fiche sur chaque joueur. Bref, t'es servi. Mais
And we hear how Juan Cruz was talking about the counter-attacks, about how it's important for them to change the ball so fast from right to left or from left to right. I think it's like one of the ideas of Juan Cruz is trying to connect with Munir. That it's a fast player that starts on the left. It's true that they had two actions when they were so close to be dangerous. It didn't work out for Leganés, who is competing really well. I think it's a good version of Leganés, despite that obviously if someone is playing better and if someone deserves to score the goal, obviously with Real Madrid. So despite missing a lot of players, I think they can be really satisfied with the result and with the performance.
The second half is underway at Butarque. Real Madrid in all orange tonight. And the pepineros, the cucumber growers, in their traditional white and blue, looking to turn this game around. And early on, Miguel de la Fuente is appealing for a corner, but it is a goal kick instead. So a slight piece of frustration for him. De la Fuente, who scored just before the international break, the penalty which beat Sevilla here in week 13. That was his first top-flight goal in 2.5 years. He was so crucial in terms of continuing the good home form, really, because it is 3 consecutive clean sheets at home for Leganés before tonight. 3 games unbeaten here at home before tonight. A 0-0 draw with Valencia, followed by home wins against Celta 3-0 and then Sevilla 1-0. But here come Real Madrid. It is Mbappe's cross and it is comfortable for Marko Dimitrovic. Our man pitch side this evening is Matthew Cannon. Hello Matt, how you doing?
Very good, Tim, very good. No, I enjoyed a nice little break, but obviously we're all back and ready to go. Just to let you know, we've got a bit of movement on the touchline for Leganés. We've got a few players warming up here. Valentin Rosier, Sebastian Aller, Dani Raba, Diego Garcia and Julian Chigo. So we'll see if we have any changes from the home side in the coming minutes.
Dani Raba, it's one option. Former Villarreal man. And then let's see if they decide to change and play with another striker as the game goes on. But I don't imagine Aller to be the first substitution at Leganés. Oh.
Well, this is a real risk. Thibaut Courtois holding on to possession. Eventually it's a goal kick, but he took a chance there.
Really lucky to escape with just conceding this goal kick. We are not used to see Thibaut Courtois getting into troubles like this. Just full of confidence and suddenly, well, where Miguel comes from, here the turn of the Belgian keeper, and well, if you lose the ball here, you're certainly going to concede a goal. But well, come as you like to escape Thibaut Courtois, and well, this is Leganés, always competitive.
Well, Leganés really conceded their goal because Aldimira held on to the ball for too long, and then Courtois almost doing the same for Real Madrid. Matt was telling us about who's warming up for Leganés. It's worth noting that the hosts have a full complement of substitutes, 12 in total, of which 11 are outfielders, whereas Real Madrid have just 8 substitutes tonight, 2 of which are goalkeepers. That means they have 6 outfield substitutes compared to Leganés, who have 11. Well, last season was a season of numerous serious injuries for Real Madrid, but they were still able to lift 3 pieces of silverware: the Spanish Super Cup, the league title and the Champions League. Tonight they are again without big names. Alaba, Carvajal, Militao, Vasquez, Tchouaméni, Rodrigo, all out for Real Madrid, who look tonight to gain ground on Barcelona. Here is Raúl Asensio, first start in the top division. He did really well, but was caught by De La Fuente, who is yellow carded. And Matt, this is a painful one for the youngster.
Yeah, it is.
Very painful indeed. He let out a big shout as the challenge went in there. In fact, it just took place right in front of my eyes. It looked like a real nasty one. Seemed to leave his studs in there, but thankfully it looks like Asensio is okay, because that really would be a disaster. Another injury in the Real Madrid defence. But like you said, a yellow card, and the game to continue now.
Wow, it's a really late tackle.
Well, we understand that there were 8 youth team players that trained with Real Madrid yesterday. 3 named in the squad tonight. Asensio, who has the ball now, plus Sergio Mestre, 19-year-old goalkeeper, and Diego Aguado, a 17-year-old defender. Rudiger's the only fit and available first-team centre-back. No Nacho this season, who's been such a useful squad member for so many years. And then Militao and Alaba both out. But here come Real Madrid. Valverde cuts it back. This is Vinicius outside of the boot cross, away by Gonzalez as far as Ceballos. Just a second start of the season tonight for Dani Ceballos, and his first since early September. Bellingham for Mbappe, first time to Vinicius, who is looking for Garcia.
That's the quality of Juan Cruz, helping. Obviously he's not the right back, he's the winger, he's helping there, and it's not afraid to take some risk. It's top quality player, Juan Cruz.
Asensio wide for Valverde.
It was a really good ball by Fede Valverde and Vini Jr. And talking about Asensio, so that one of the talking points about Carlo Ancelotti is that he's the perfect manager for Real Madrid, someone able to deal with the pressure and to deal with the personality, the egos of some of the biggest names in the game. But sometimes some Madrid fans missing that, okay, just give a chance to some of the local lads, because in the history of Real Madrid, the players that comes from the academy has been so important, since Iker Casillas, Raúl, Sanchís, Camacho, Martín Vázquez, Carvajal, or Nacho. And it's so that now it seems almost impossible if you're a local lad to make your debut through in the first team. And if Asensio is playing now, it's basically because half of the defenders are out injured.
Gula, wonderful ball. Kylian Mbappe looking for his second of the night. Couldn't squeeze his shot beyond Altimira.
Altimira knew perfectly that sometimes what Kylian Mbappe loves to do is to shoot between your legs. So he was defending, like keeping the legs really close and saying, "Hey, don't do that to me, please, Kylian."
Up the line by Valverde for Vinicius. Altimira clears. Garcia wide. Mbappe. Asensio. Really good run from the 21-year-old, who has it back now and gives it to Güler. Leganés stand firm. Brashanats.
Very interesting movement by Roland Santiago, who understood that Real Madrid were unable to find the spaces.
And it is Leganés looking for the spaces now. Brashanats drifting inside, giving it to Juan Cruz, who will go for goal. We've seen him score some spectacular strikes this season, but this is not one of them.
He scored goals from that distance already this season, so he just give a try and see if he was able to score the goal. Here's the mistake in the first goal. So the movement of Vini Jr. here, so fast. Here's the skills of the Brazilian player and providing justice to Kylian Mbappé.
And here they come again. Valverde to Mbappé. And it is a goal kick. Which seemed to me initially a good decision. Let's have a look now.
Well, I think it seems that it's Mbappé the last one to touch the ball. He was talking with the lineswomen in this case, and saying, I didn't touch the ball. Well, you are trying to add some pressure on the referee every time you can. I think in this case, Mbappé knew that he was the last one to touch the ball. Here's the stats. Most of the attacks on Real Madrid starts on the left. Obviously, they'll start with Kylian Mbappé.
Just one word on the changes. It looks like Leganés are going to be preparing their first change of the evening. By the looks of things, it's going to be Julián Chico, so a little bit of reinforcements in the midfield area. We'll see who it is for very shortly. And also, I think I'm seeing Dani Raba as well, so we'll confirm those changes in just a second.
Played in the second half. Mbappé this time popping up on the right, drifting infield now. As Real Madrid work it patiently. Ceballos. Up the line for Vinicius. And he was fouled by Altimira. Too hot to handle there, Vinny. So Real Madrid have this free kick. Both Ceballos and Güler standing over it.
He's asking for instructions. Okay, what am I supposed to do?
Arda Güler delivers away by Nastasic,
and he done exactly what Ancelotti or the bench, or Ancelotti's son in this case, told the young Turkish player to do.
Long from Courtois, a little too long. Neu.
Something good about Leganés is that they are not afraid to keep playing the same way when they concede the goal. They know they're really with the feet on earth. They know perfectly what's his reality. Well, it seems Matt. It's two Leganés players ready to come in, and that means that after the first 50 minutes, Leganés understand that it's the moment to change, and let's try to score the equalizer.
Well, they're looking for an equaliser here. Darko Brashanats trying to hold off Dani Ceballos. He needed help, but Fran Garcia got back to win possession, and there is a trip on Ceballos.
So the first change, gents, by the looks of it, it's going to be Ivan Neu coming off. Well, I would assume that would be for Julián Chico. And the second change is going to be Munir. Munir coming off for Dani Raba.
Not surprised that Raba is one of the players coming in, because I think it's a player with skills, a fast one, ready, ideal if you want to have some counter-attacks. And well, I'm a little more surprised when I think he was not playing bad today.
So Dani Raba is on for his 50th appearance in La Liga. Vinicius, comfortable here for Dimitrovic. Julian Chico off the bench for his 6th appearance in the Spanish top division. He is an Argentine from the province of Cordoba, came through the Boca Juniors Youth Academy and made his debut with them as an 18-year-old. And he joined Lega in 2020 from Colón. So he will try and get close to Camavinga there. And the Frenchman can send it wide for Fran Garcia. Bellingham taking over. Challenge from Raba. And a corner. Altimira let the ball go off, thinking it would be a goal kick. He was wrong. That was the last touch of Dani Raba. And Bellingham knew it. So Real Madrid have this corner. Gule will take it.
All the eyes on Rudiger every time that it's a corner for Real Madrid.
Rudiger with 2 goals in the Champions League this season, but yet to score in La Liga. And we've had an hour at Butarque in this local derby. Ultimate fixture in week 14. A round of games that will culminate in the Basque Derby. Athletic Club against Real Sociedad. Live after this game. It's been an emotional round of games in La Liga EA Sports. The return of football to Mestalla yesterday. Really moving scenes. Valencia's first game since the flooding, which has caused such devastation. And drama late last night in Vigo, when Barcelona let 2 points slip away. Real Madrid looking to take advantage now. Bellingham! Oh, wants a penalty, and the referee says, back to your feet, please.
The referee was in the right place, really close to the action, following the run-in by Jude Bellingham. Let's see if we have a surprise or not. Real Madrid pressing hard. They understand that it's the right moment to score the second one.
Leganés want an equaliser. De La Fuente, Altimira, and away by Asensio.
I've been talking about the importance to have local players from the game. First of all, the possible penalty on Jude Bellingham, surrounded by a lot of Leganés players. If something happened, it's outside the box. Something happened here, and nothing happened. In my opinion, not a small touch. And talking about Asensio and normally the local lads in Real Madrid, they don't have a chance. But it's so that we forget about Fran Garcia, on loan in Rayo Vallecano, and the second year trying to find a space. And well, it's one of the exceptions in this Real Madrid, where it's every time harder and harder to be a regular in the first squad when you come from the academy.
Cruz, powerful cross, gathered by Courtois. So basically, Tony, 2 of the back 4 are youth academy graduates
today, but we all know that that's not the reality.
And Asensio is not a local boy in the sense that he is from Gran Canaria.
Also, Fran Garcia is not from Madrid. It's from a small, really small village in Castilla-La Mancha, in the region south of Madrid, like 2 hours driving from Madrid.
And here he is, Fran Garcia, who did so well during his time at Rayo Vallecano.
Yeah, he was brilliant. He's from Bolaños de Calatrava, a small village in La Mancha, the region famous all around the world because it was where El Quijote, the famous character in the Spanish literature, was from. So read the Quijote, please. Some Spanish culture.
Tony Padilla, always an encyclopedia of knowledge, and not just football knowledge. That's what we love. A historian alongside me. And here is Jude Bellingham trying to hold off Tapia. Manages to give it to Vinicius, who returns it to the England international. Jude Bellingham wide now for Fran Garcia. 63 minutes on the clock. Real Madrid looking for their second goal. They have a free kick here just outside the penalty area.
Yeah, it's I think it's Vinicius is right. It's a late tackle on Dani Raba. Then maybe it's a typical overreaction by Vini, but obviously here Raba forgets about the ball and just push Vini Jr. So it's a mistake on Raba's side. And here we see it again. Nothing happened. I remember that time in the past when the people used to say, an English player never dives. I think that belongs to the past.
Well said, Tony Padilla. Well said.
Sadly, now everyone dives in football, in this global football. It doesn't matter where you come from.
Yep, I do think Alvaro La Rojas got that one absolutely right, involving Nastasic and Bellingham. But there is something new for Leganés to deal with now, because this is a free kick. And Dimitrovic has not yet lined up his wall. He is not happy. He really isn't. He's only got 3 in it, so he wants maximum visibility. 3 stand over it for Real Madrid. Valverde! 2-0 to the champions. Fede Valverde back from international duty, where he scored a beauty for Uruguay. And this is a pure strike to give Ancelotti daylight in the derby.
I was so Carlo Ancelotti smiling, because we all know the connection between the Italian manager and the Uruguayan midfielder. He's one of the true leaders on Real Madrid, a captain. What a goal. It's okay today I'm playing as a right back. Maybe I don't have the chance to score, but okay, it's a free kick. Yes, let me give me a try. Wow, he found the right space to deny Marko Dimitrovic. And it's almost all done at Butarque. I say almost because also yesterday we saw a big team as Barca leading 2-0 at Balaidos, and then another thing happens. But being Real Madrid, I think they have the situation under control.
And Tim, Tony, just like we saw in the game against Osasuna when Vinicius Jr. went over to Ancelotti to give him a hug, we also saw the same with Valverde just then after the celebration with his teammates. He ran over to the Italian coach and embraced him. Nice moment between the two, and perhaps a message again of unity amongst the squad.
And we should remember that it was some seasons ago when Carlo Ancelotti was talking with Fede Valverde, saying, why don't you shoot more on target? You're so good, you can score a lot of goals. On the training seasons, you're always scoring amazing goals. And then when you play, you just pass the ball. Just shoot. And Fede said, okay, yes, Gaffer, I will do so. And it's at the moment where a lot of things change inside Real Madrid.
Well, Fede Valverde scored Real Madrid's very first goal of the season back in August in Warsaw. The opener against Atalanta in the UEFA Super Cup. He now has his 4th of the campaign at club level, 1 in the Super Cup, the UEFA Super Cup, and 3 now in La Liga. He had scored at home to Valladolid and at home to Villarreal domestically, and he scored an important goal on an important night. Deployed at right back with so many teammates absent, wearing the captain's armband. And didn't he finish it really well? Dimitrovic chose to have just 3 in the wall. It was a fairly bold call, and ultimately it's backfired.
And now it's really hard for Leganés to come back, because we should remember that they say that they need at least to score a goal against Real Madrid. Now they need at least 2.
They need at least 2, and they've not threatened a great deal. We did see Munir hit the crossbar midway through the first half, but he was quite clearly offside. There was an effort over the top from Javier Hernandez, and not too much else. The moment when Courtois was almost caught in possession after half-time, but Real Madrid comfortable so far tonight. And if Real Madrid win this game, they will move to 30 points, just 4 behind Barcelona, with a game in hand.
To be played at Mestalla against Valencia. Not an easy fixture for Real Madrid, but also that now they are in high spirits. When you're in trouble, when you miss a lot of players, when the likes of Militao or Alaba are injured, and you're not getting the results you want, and you manage to react, then it's like you have an extra power. Now Real Madrid, it's really dangerous, because some weeks ago everyone was talking, no, they are in crisis, they are losing games. Well, that's not the case. They are second in the table, they're winning a lot of games. They're always, it's Real Madrid, they're always there.
Well, they are almost in trouble there with De La Fuente trying to take the ball from Asensio, but they are fine. And they're almost, Tony, at their most dangerous when they're questioned, when they seem to be in a bit of danger, when people doubt them and begin to question them and possibly write them off. And there's been so much praise this season for Barcelona, who were playing well and leading, but Hansi Flick's side have dropped 5 points in the last 2 games, and Real Madrid looking to take full advantage. Can they find a 3rd goal? Jude Bellingham wide. Camavinga, it is only Camavinga's 5th start in La Liga this season, hampered initially by a knee injury, and a run from Bellingham, who was brought down by Tapia. The referee says no foul, so Leganés can play on. A heavy touch from De La Fuente is read by Rudiger.
I'm really having fun every time that Renato Tapia and Bellingham are fighting for the ball. 2 amazing players, and today a really good performance by the Englishman.
Challenge from Sergio González on Vinicius. A big scream from Vinny, and the free kick is given. I should mention, given that we said nothing about it, that a few moments ago Altimira was yellow carded for his foul on Mbappe.
A really hard tackle on Vinny. Best thing about Vinny is that he's so brave. He never gives up, he never surrenders, he always wants the ball. It doesn't matter if he receives one time and another falls.
No foul on Mbappe this time, so Leganés play on with Tapia.
Despite that he scored today, I think that we all know that the best version of Kylian Mbappe is yet to come. And I'm positive about that. He just needs time. It is still that we all know which kind of player is Kylian Mbappe. We remember Mbappe in the World Cup final against Argentina, scoring 3 goals. This version of Kylian Mbappe is still not to be shown on Real Madrid. He just needs time, because playing slowly, he's able to score a lot of goals. Imagine if he's able to play in his best level.
Altimira's cross, cleared by Rudiger. Cruz. Tapia for Altimira. Tony, you were talking about Mbappe, and the best surely is yet to come. It is quite remarkable to think that he is only 25. Well, here is Vinicius. Oh, that is brilliant. Oh, what a good save. Goulet with the chance. And a possible head injury now. That's what Dimitrovic is indicating.
Oh, it was Altimira with the block, or it was Dimitrovic, but then obviously we'll see the action again here. Look at this movement here. Vini playing as a number 9, playing with Fede Valverde. It's a brilliant assist, and it's Dimitrovic. And then it's so that really unlucky when Vini tries to jump over Alti. He hits Alti head. No bad intention at all on Vini's side, just bad luck. But it hurts, obviously.
And gents, another double change for Leganés. It's going to be Altimira and Darko coming off, and coming on is going to be Sebastian Aller and Valentin Rosier.
Interesting, now Leganés playing with 2 number 9s. Let's see who's playing, if they're changed to a 4-4-2 formation, it seems.
And Ancelotti also making his first change of the night. It's going to be Arda Güler coming on, and Brahim Diaz, who had a fantastic international break. Tim, I'm sure you've got some stats prepared, coming on.
Well, he really did. Brahim scored 5 goals for Morocco, 2 against Gabon, and a hat-trick against Lesotho. So 5 goals for him since he last played for Real Madrid, and when he did, he came off the bench to tee up a goal for Vinicius against Osasuna. And he seems to have a knack, Tony, of making such an impact off the bench.
Yeah, it's like a little bit like Correa at Atletico de Madrid. It's the beginning of a legend, with Brahim saying that he's more dangerous when he starts the game on the bench. I'm sure that Brahim is not happy with this idea. But well, it's a lot of people in Madrid that starts to talk that way. And again, Jude Bellingham, he's everywhere. Brilliant performance by Jude Bellingham today.
Here is Aller. He played against Real Madrid last season, let's not forget, in the Champions League final, no less. Defeat for Dortmund at Wembley Stadium. This is whipped into the box. Asensio's header is knocked on by Valverde, given back to him by Brahim. And the Uruguayan launches long. Leganés need something, and they will not get anything there. A clash between De La Fuente and Asensio. Leganés have played 8 times previously against Real Madrid in La Liga. 2 draws and 6 losses, so they've never beaten them in La Liga. And the last time they met, it was a very famous game. It was week 38 of the 2019-2020 season, a season which ended in front of empty stadia. And Leganés needed to win the last game to survive, to avoid relegation. They were led by Javier Aguirre, and they'd done really well. Well, let's see how this evolves. A good challenge from Rosier. But it was a 2-2 draw, a really entertaining game. Well, here at Butarque, a game in which Lega came so close to a famous win that would have kept them up.
Yeah, it was a season where they lost in the winter transfer market, Joseph, in the city, Martin Braithwaite. Martin Braithwaite went to Barcelona, and the city went to Sevilla. And despite that, they almost stayed up, thanks to Vasco Aguirre. It was a really good pair of strikers up front for Leganés, and they were so good that it was in the winter transfer market. But especially the move of Martin Braithwaite was a big surprise for everyone.
And they had the likes of Oscar Rodriguez on loan, who was excellent that year, their top scorer, as well as Brian Hill, who was just emerging. The winger from Barbate, who recently scored his first international goal for Spain. Well, it looks as if there will be no maiden league win against Real Madrid tonight for Leganés, but can they give themselves some hope of a comeback? Rabah has overhit the ball, and this attack breaks down, but it is an attacking change with the introduction of Aller for Darko Brashanat. And that was worth another look. The flick from Kylian Mbappé. And this is worth another look as well. Straight through the legs of De La Fuente. Such a clean strike from Valverde, beating Dimitrovic at his near post. An arrow from the Uruguayan to double the lead for the champions of Spain. And here goes Brahim, jinking and giving it to Vinicius. And Vinny's cross is awkward, and credit there to Valentin Rossier, the French fullback, who did well under pressure. Leganés with 3 wins in their last 4 games before tonight, including the Copa del Rey, but they are trailing with 10 minutes to play. They have won a corner.
Let's see if it's still time for Leganés to do exactly what Celta done yesterday against FC Barcelona.
It's their first corner of the game. And Cruz is leaving it for Dani Rabah. Rabah's delivery. Leganés had a player down. Camavinga cleared, guided by Chico for Cruz. Well, Hernandez had not read the intention of Rabah there. And this was Ale going down. Cruz seemed to have gone beyond